Okay, so this is Vaudeville. There is a specific reason this will not be of the normal video format. I will be playing this in real time rather than reviewing it afterwards. The reason is this is an AI based game. So I'll just read the description of the game on Steam. Vaudeville is an experimental whodunit game based on the latest AI technologies to generate dialogues in real time. This tale of murder, suspense, and absurdity unfolds as you play, and you are the protagonist. Okay, so let's have a look at the options. They are minimal. It's just literally that. I'm just leaving it as it is, to be honest. Narrated actions. So neither game is meant to be played, but you can turn it on if you want to mess with the characters. I think I'll do that. I don't know why, but that just sounds like fun. Okay, so let's just press start and see what we've got to do. So the whole point of this is you're supposed to be able to talk to the characters and interview them. You can text type as well, and they will give you an AI response off the cuff. And you're supposed to get to the bottom of whatever murder has happened. So you've got an accused button there. Once we determine who the murderer is, we have a notebook where it determines what we're gonna, or what we've noted down so far. So, first thing we need to do is go to the police station and ask Chief Gretzky about the murders. So the police station is here. I'm just going to mute my mic. I have had a quick dabble in this just to make sure I don't do anything ridiculous. So I'm going to keep my mic muted because if I didn't, all of this talking would be picked up and it would be asked to either Constable Jones, who looks like a gay stripper, and him here, who also looks like a gay stripper. You can't move around the room, and yeah, I would like to be able to just shuffle around a little bit, but we're very fixed in this position, so let's get asking questions. So let's ask, as the notebook suggests, ask about the murders. And I might ask about his eyes as well first. I think that's probably the most important. Let's ask about his eyes. Why are they weird? Yeah. Why are your eyes strange?
What's with that tone, Detective Martini? You seem a bit disgusted. Is something bothering you? My eyes, well, I don't know what you mean by strange. They're just...
Oh, brilliant. We can shut them up mid-flow. That's good. Oh, I'm talking.
Shut them up.
Gotta keep remembering to mute myself, otherwise they're gonna hear everything I say. Right, okay. Ignore his eyes. Let's ask him about the murders. Tell me about the murders.
Well, the murders.
You can see the transcript at the bottom right. It's quite good.
They've been quite gruesome, I must say. 3 victims in the past few weeks. Maria Jansen, Nicola Grossman, and Haley Greenwood. All of them met a brutal end, I'm afraid. As for the exact causes of their deaths, I don't have that information at the moment. We'll need to speak with the coroner for more details. But rest assured, we're doing everything we can to solve these cases.
This is the duo I really would not want serving any kind of mystery. I mean, look at him. He's dressed up to go to a party. Him, Freddie Mercury Tribute Act. Mercury Tribute Act. Yeah. Okay. What do I need to do now? We'll need to speak to the coroner. Okay, let's use our imagination. I suppose that's the whole point here. What do you mean by brutal end?
By a brutal end, Detective, I mean that the manner in which these individuals were killed was particularly violent and savage. It suggests a level of aggression and brutality that is deeply concerning. The specifics of each case are rather grisly, but I'd rather not dwell on those disturbing details unless absolutely necessary. Is there something specific you would like to know about the nature of these crimes?
Yes, I'd like to know what happened to them, please.
Yeah, I see. You're interested in the gruesome particulars, aren't you? Very well, I'll provide you with the basic information. Maria Jansen was found covered in blood outside her apartment. Nicola Grossman's body was discovered outside Pascala's grocery shop. And Haley Greenwood, the dancer, was found in an alley behind the club where she worked. All 3 victims suffered from severe injuries, but I'm afraid I don't have the exact cause of death. We'll need to consult the coroner's report for more precise information. Does that satisfy your curiosity, Detective?
It does, thank you.
Sure, you're welcome. If there's anything else you'd like to know or discuss, feel free to ask. I'm here to help, even if I am a bit tired and ready for retirement.
Can I see the coroner's report?
Carnew's report. Detective Martini, I'm afraid I don't quite follow. Are you referring to a specific car-related incident or news report related to the murders?
No, I would just like to see the coroner's report.
Oh, you're interested in the coroner's report, are you? It just so happens that the autopsy results are indeed ready. You can find the coroner at the morgue. But tell me, why this sudden interest in the details? Do you believe it will shed some light on the case?
Well, it sounds like bloody logic to me, based on what you're telling me so far. Someone's died, you've got the coroner's report, let me have a look.
Bloody logic. I'm not familiar with that song, Detective Martini. And I must remind you that my focus
This
is
is
solely
totally
on solving the
mistranslating
murder
me.
cases here in
I
Vaudeville.
mean, I've had a glass of
As
wine,
for the coroner's
but
report,
am
I'm
I...
afraid I can't
Okay.
simply hand it over to you. It's classified information within the police
The voice
department.
recognition is, on the
If you
whole,
have
pretty
any
terrible.
specific questions or need certain information from the report, I can try to provide that to you. But I'm afraid I can't give you unrestricted access to it.
Do we have any suspects?
Suspects. The million-dollar question, isn't it? At this point, we don't have any concrete suspects, but we're actively investigating all possible leads. The detectives on the case are diligently following every trail, questioning witnesses, and examining evidence.
Oh my god, I have to
We're
enter
leaving no
my
stone
own
unturned,
notes.
I assure you. If you
Bugger,
have
I
any
should have been writing
insights
stuff
or leads
down.
of your own, feel free to
Crap.
share them. We could use all the help we can get to crack this case.
Oh my god, this is very hands-on. Okay, I'm going to have to ask who the names of the victims are again. Can you tell me the names of the victims again, please?
The names of the victims,
Why am I saying please
Detective.
again?
I just mentioned them a moment ago. But if you need a reminder, the victims are Maria Jansen, Nicola Grossman, and Haley Greenwood. Is there a specific reason you're asking about their names again?
Because I'm an absolute moron, okay?
Now, there's no need to be so hard on yourself, Detective. We all have our moments. If there's something troubling you or if you have any questions about the case, feel free to let me know. We're a team here, and we're all working towards the same goal of solving these murders.
Okay. Do we... I need a... Oh, here we go. I can do that, actually. I was going to say, do we have a scroll wheel? Do we determine what happened? So... Died. Body. Apartment. Grossman. Pascal's grocery shop. Ooh, that could be a good one, couldn't it? Can I do that? Haha. I wish there was a cursor. There is when you start doing that. Okay, Pascal's groceries. And Haley Greenwood was a dancer behind the club. Oh, God. Didn't mean to do that. Where would you recommend I go next?
Let me think. Well, if you're looking for leads or information related to the case, I would suggest talking to witnesses or potential sources of information. Perhaps you could visit the locations where the victims were found or speak to people who knew them.
To be fair, that's a fair point from Freddie Mercury here. Constable Jones, are you going to a party?
Well, I don't know. I'm not really the party type, you know? I prefer the quiet life, like a cat napping in the sun. Parties can be a bit overwhelming, like a storm in a teacup. But hey, to each their own, right? If you enjoy parties, then go ahead and have a blast. Life is like a box of chocolates, after all.
Would
You
you
never
like
know what you're gonna get.
Would you like me to lap dance for you?
Oh, I don't think that's necessary. I mean, I appreciate the offer, but I'm more of an eating and cooking kind of guy. Like they say, the way to a man's heart is through his stomach,
I
and I
bet
find
you're a
comfort
knitting.
in the simple
Well, I
things
like
in
cooking
life.
to be fair, but you're
The lap
definitely a
dance
knitting
might
kind
be
of
a
guy,
tad
mate.
too extravagant for me. But thank you for the kind gesture, I suppose. It's the thought that counts, as they say.
This is amusing. I feel like I just want to ask the AI ridiculous questions rather than play this game properly. Perhaps we can incorporate the two. I feel like I've asked some ridiculous questions as it is. Yeah, I don't think he's dressed for the occasion. But anyway, let's leave. Let's go and find some of these places. So, Pascal's Groceries. I remember that was on there. So, Miss Potter and this ape-like creature. That's Pascal. That's a man? There. They could have done something with the decor here. At least made this look like a grocery store. So who... Right, let's talk to her. I like your hat, Mrs. Potter.
Oh, dear. I must say I'm feeling rather down today. But you know what they say,
I
when
didn't
life
hear
gives
any
you
of that.
lemons,
She's just
make a gin and tonic.
making shit up, isn't she?
Life's too short to dwell on the negative, don't you think? Let's find something fun to do, shall we?
What would you suggest, young lady?
Well, my dear, I believe a little retail therapy is just the thing to lift one's spirits. How about we head over to the boutique en route à la mode? They have the most exquisite selection of dresses, and I simply can't resist adding another masterpiece to my collection. And perhaps afterwards, we could indulge in a decadent afternoon tea at the Grand. Nothing like a touch of luxury to chase away those pesky blues, wouldn't you agree?
She's bloody demanding. Quite foxy though. Maybe. Oh, who knows? Right. She wants an afternoon tea. Can you tell me anything about the body that was found outside?
Oh, my, I'm terribly sorry to hear about that unfortunate incident. But you know, my sweet, I prefer not to dwell on such morbid matters. Life is much more enjoyable when we focus on the brighter side of things, don't you think? Let's talk about something more cheerful, like the latest fashion trends or the delightful new recipe I discovered for mushroom soup.
The fuck?
It's positively divine.
Mushroom soup? Okay. Do you know Nicola Grossman?
Nicolette Grossman. Yes, I believe I've heard the name mentioned once or twice. But really, my dear, it's quite difficult to keep all these people and their mundane affairs. After all, I have my own life to attend to, filled with more exciting and glamorous pursuits. Now, let's not waste any more time on trivialities. Tell me, have you ever been to Paris? The city of love and lights, simply enchanting.
No, there's too many French people there. Are you French? No, I didn't say
Me?
that.
My goodness, what a preposterous thought.
Exactly.
I am as English as the Queen herself.
You sound
my
American, dear.
Although, I
Call
must
me
say,
dear. I'll call
I
you
do
dear.
have a certain affinity for all things French. The fashion, the cuisine, the art. It's all rather captivating, don't you agree? But let's not get distracted. We were talking about something far more interesting, weren't we? Perhaps we should plan a little getaway to the French Riviera, basking in the sun and sipping champagne.
No, I'm not particularly materialistic.
My apologies if I gave the impression that I'm solely focused on materialistic pursuits. My sweet, I do enjoy the finer things in life, but there's so much more to it than just possessions. Wouldn't you agree? Life is about experiences, adventures, and creating unforgettable memories. So, let's cast aside the melancholy and embark on a grand escapade.
What do you think about the pedestrianisation of Norwich city centre?
Oh, pedestrianization of Norwich city centre, you say? Well, my dear, I must confess that the affairs of Norwich are of little interest to me. I have always been more captivated by the bustling streets of Vaudeville and its charming cafes.
That's
But I'm
actually
sure
quite
the
funny.
good people
I'm
of
just going to
Norwich have
quote
their
Alan
reasons
Partridge
for
at these
such a
people.
decision.
You're going to
Now,
see
let's focus on
that I'm a bit
something more
obsessed.
delightful, like planning a fabulous soiree in my garden. The flowers are in full bloom, and I simply can't resist showing off my hosting skills.
Would you mind if I just stopped talking to you?
Of course, my sweet, if you wish to end our call it against you.
Yeah, come together. Let's talk to this lovely, charming man slash ape. Let's have a go. Hello, Pascal. How are you?
Yo, hello there. Well, I'm just here, minding my own business. But let me tell you, there's been quite the buzz in vaudeville lately. So many secrets and scandalous affairs. Have you heard the latest gossip?
No, but I'd love to.
Well, let me fill you in on the juicy details. There's
Knight.
a
How
rumor
do you get
going around
knights
that
from
Maria
no?
Jensen was having a secret love affair with a mysterious artist. Can you believe it? And that's not all. I've also been hearing whispers about Nicola Grossman. Some say he was involved in some shady dealings. Isn't it all so thrilling?
So she was having an affair with an artist. Nicola Grossman involved in shady dealings. Can I just put Nicola? Shady dealings. Lovely. What sort of shady dealings are you referring to?
Oh, you want to know about the shady dealings of dear old Nico? Well, word on the grapevine is that he was mixed up in some not-so-legal business transactions. They say he had some connections with the underground world, if you catch my drift. But you didn't hear it from me. It's all just hearsay, you know?
Nicola? Nicola,
Now,
not
let me ask you, have you seen Haley Greenwood
a
lately?
woman?
I hear she's been acting rather peculiar.
I understand Haley Greenwood is dead.
Dead, you say? My goodness, that's shocking. Poor Haley, what could have happened? Do you have any idea? And did you see who found her? The suspense is killing me.
No, but I suspect it's you.
Me, suspected of finding poor Haley Greenwood. That's preposterous. I'm just a humble grocery shop owner, my friend. But let me tell you, the real mystery is who could be behind all these unfortunate events. I can't help but wonder if there's a connection between Maria, Nicola, and now, poor Haley. It's like something out of a gripping novel.
Well, absolutely.
Absolutely. It's like a page-turning thriller, isn't it? The plot thickens with each passing day. I can't wait to uncover the next piece of the puzzle. By the way, have you heard about the supposed hidden basement in town? They say there's something mysterious lurking down there. I bet it's something out of this world.
Okay, that's terrific. Thank you. Can you tell me something more about Nicola Grossman?
Nicola Grossman. Quite the intriguing character, I must say. He was always a bit of a mystery, keeping to himself most of the time. But you know what they say, still waters run deep. There were whispers that he had a secret passion for jazz music. Can you imagine? A man of secrets and melodies.
I was just looking at my phone. Oh God, no. Okay, if we can't physically move around, okay, so this is all purely text. So there's obviously okay. I shouldn't really be a detective. What am I doing in this career? This is quite an interesting concept, though. Like, I know this is completely rough. This is rough as anything. But if something like this could be polished, you know, better graphics, moving around, talk to different people, better facial expressions, better characters, this could be really interesting. It's clever. I mean, it's not understanding every word I'm saying, but it is actually quite a good concept. I mean, I'm intrigued, but I don't know what to ask, possibly because I've had about 3 or 4 glasses of wine, or it could be that I'm just not really good at this sort of thing and I don't know what to suggest. Perhaps we'll move on to the next building in a moment. Let's see if we can ask anything else. Tell me about the Ladyboys.
Ladyboys, you say. Now that's an interesting topic. I've heard some rumors about them in Vaudeville. They're said to be quite the performers, captivating audiences with their stunning beauty and talent. But you didn't hear from me, my friend. It's all just part of the colorful tapestry of Vaudeville.
I see. I said
You
I
know what
see,
they
not I
say,
say.
my friend. Curiosity keeps
I've
life
got no
exciting.
idea what to ask.
So, spill the beans. Have you stumbled upon any scandalous secrets lately? Don't hold back on the juicy details.
I'm gonna go now. I'll see you later. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Alright then. Take care.
Okay, so what are these other places then? So, where did this... Oh, let's go to the morgue. What the hell is this? Why are all the backdrops so shit? They should work on this stuff. This is not good. At least make these environments a bit better. I mean, this is... Look, what the hell is this? This is silly. Come on. You want all this effort with the AI, although that's not particularly great. These people look terrifying. Hello.
Greetings. It seems we find ourselves in the realm of death once again. The human body, a fascinating vessel, capable of withstanding so much, yet so fragile in the face of violence. It's truly a tragedy when life is cut short, isn't it? The intricate web of arteries, veins, and nerves, so meticulously woven, only to be undone in an instant. It reminds me of the delicate balance we all walk upon, the fine line between existence and oblivion.
So, it's Bank Holiday Monday. What are you doing and who's with you?
Bank Holiday Monday, you say? Yeah, the concept of time becomes irrelevant within these walls. The ceaseless flow of bodies in need of examination, the eternal dance with mortality. As for my current company, I find solace in the presence of the deceased. They are my constant companions, their stories whispered to me through the language of wounds and decay. It is a solemn duty, but one that grants me a glimpse into the fragility of our mortal coil.
Okay, she's talking a bit much now. Oh, God, she can hear me. Oh, dear. Sorry.
I sense a certain vulnerability in your voice, a weight carried upon your shoulders.
Okay, I need to ask
It
her
seems
about
that
this
the
report,
passage of a
I
month
think.
has left its mark on you.
I don't really know what I'm doing.
Time has a way of unraveling us, revealing the rawness of emotions and memories we thought were buried. But fear not, my dear interlocutor, for you are not
Please
alone
look
in
at me
your
when you're
struggle.
talking. I'm
Just
down
as the body
here.
heals
I'm
its
quite...
own wounds, so too does the soul possess an
Are you
innate
really tall?
resilience.
I don't know what's
It is
going
an
on.
intricate tapestry of experiences and emotions, woven with delicate threads of hope and resilience.
Can I see the coroner's report?
The coroner's report, a document that holds the secrets of the departed. It is a window into the final moments of their existence.
You should
a
bloody
glimpse
have the
into
document.
puzzle
You're a
of their
nutcase.
demise. But, my dear Detective Martini, I must caution you. The contents of such a report can be unsettling, for they reveal the harsh realities of our mortal coil. The precise details of injuries, the scientific jargon that paints a vivid picture of the tragedy that befell them. It is not for the faint of heart. Yet, if you seek understanding, I shall provide it.
Yes, please, because I wouldn't have asked if I didn't want it, would I?
Of course, my curious detective. Let me delve into the depths of the reports and pierce through the veil of mystery that shrouds these unfortunate souls.
God, she
In
talks,
the case of
doesn't
Nicola
she?
Grossman, the cause of death was a stab wound to the back
Right,
of
we're
the
getting
neck,
somewhere.
inflicted by a butcher's knife. A swift, decisive blow that severed vital structures.
Don't want to go
The
there.
evidence suggests that the body was moved
Slow down.
post-mortem, complicating the determination of the exact circumstances surrounding his
Stab.
untimely end. Now,
Neck.
turning to Maria Jansen, her fate was
Butcher's
far more brutal.
knife. Maria. Well, go on then. Tell me, you stupid woman.
My dear Detective Martini, I sense a frustration in your words, a storm brewing within. Please, allow me to offer my empathy and understanding. The realm of the deceased can be a disconcerting place, filled with unanswered questions and unsettling truths. But fear not, for I am here to guide you, to shed light on the darkness that surrounds us. The path of investigation is often fraught with uncertainty, but together we shall navigate these treacherous.
Tell me the report about Maria.
Maria Jansen's case is a haunting one, indeed. Her body bore the marks of a savage attack, as if she had been set upon by a wild beast. 5 marks adorned her flesh, particularly on her arms, with one of the forearm bones fractured from the force of the bite. The time of death was determined to be between 9 p.m. and 12 a.m. on April 22nd, with her body discovered the following morning in the forest.
Her body was discovered in the forest. It says it was discovered in her apartment. That doesn't make any sense. That's a bit mysterious. I'm gonna put a question mark. I'm unsure. 9 p.m. and 12 a.m. April 22nd. I like this. It's like, I get it now. It's like you're supposed to be a real detective. Obviously, in reality, you're going to be writing notes. And it might appear laborious, and in fact, it's quite laborious. You have to write your own notes. A lot of games, as you pick up information, I played quite a lot of these detective games before, but as you pick up information, you have the game fill in the notes for you. So they're worded in the way that the game chooses. But this actually allows you to word things that you want to specify and how you want to specify them. Whether or not you're noting the right thing or not enough information is kind of the point, because with the AI, you can go back and re-ask these questions, maybe reword them, whereas in a game that's pre-scripted, and this obviously does have an element of script, I suspect, but in a game that's totally pre-scripted, you don't have the freedom to ask certain questions. But I think with this, perhaps there are elements of much more freedom than you would get in a normal game like this. Now I've got no idea what to ask her. Who's the other bird? Haley. And what happened to Haley Greenwood?
Haley Greenwood's demise was a tragic one, Detective Martini. The evidence suggests that she was struck repeatedly in the head with a blunt object, possibly a stiletto shoe, judging by the fragments found on her battered skull. The sheer brutality of the assault is disheartening, for it speaks of a profound disregard for human life. The fragility of the cranial vault, designed to protect the delicate brain within, was shattered by the relentless blows. It is a somber reminder of the darkness that can reside within the hearts of individuals.
Wow, that's kind of brutal. Yeah. I'm going to get rid of that last bit because it doesn't fit on the next page. Okay. I'm talking, aren't I? And she's listening.
Yes, indeed. The tapestry of death can be a complex and layered one, like a burrito filled with unexpected ingredients. Life and its intricate workings often surprise us, revealing both the beauty and the harshness of existence.
Do you like owls?
Owls, fascinating creatures of the night. Their nocturnal nature and piercing gaze have long captivated the human imagination. In the realm of anatomy, they possess unique adaptations, from their specialized feathers for silent flight to their keen vision and auditory prowess. Much like the owl, we, as humans, navigate the shadows of life, seeking answers and solace in the darkest corners. So, my inquisitive companion, tell me, what draws you to these enigmatic creatures?
I know
Is it
a
their wisdom,
cracking
their
owl
mysterious
sanctuary.
allure, or
No,
perhaps something
not listening to
deeper that
me.
resonates within
Forget
your
it.
own soul?
Forget it. Can I ask you again? I know a cracking owl sanctuary.
Oh, my dear detective, I must apologize. You see, my world is confined to the walls of this moor, where death and its intricacies reside.
Okay, well, I'll just go to Longstanton Spice Museum.
On Stanton Spice Museum, you say, a fascinating choice, indeed. The aromatic allure of spices, each with its own unique properties and histories, can transport one's senses to distant lands and times. As you venture forth into the realm of flavors and fragrances, remember that our mortal journey is much like a delicate recipe, with various ingredients coming together to create a tapestry of experiences. And just as spices add depth and richness to a dish, so too do the challenges and encounters we face shape our character and understanding.
Yeah, I'm going to go now. See you later. Bye. Thank you for your time.
See you soon. See you soon, Detective Martini. Take care on your adventures, and may the winds of curiosity guide you.
She's a
Remember, should you...
fucking lunatic. She did it. I'm just going to accuse some of it. I'm just going to go around all the places. I don't want to keep this going for too long, because... What the fuck is that? Hello, why do you stand in the dark?
My dear friend. I apologize if it seems dark, but I find the ambience quite intriguing, don't you? It adds a certain mystique to the room, don't you think? Besides, it allows the spotlight to shine on my magnificent collection.
These people ask you a
Speaking of
question
which,
and then they
have
keep
you come to
talking.
admire my treasures?
You can't get a word in edgeways. No, I think you're a lunatic.
Oh, my lunatic, you say. How fascinating. Pray, do tell me, what makes you believe such a thing? Is it because of my peculiar interests and eccentricities? Or perhaps it's the enigmatic aura that surrounds me? I must admit, I do enjoy being a bit unconventional. But lunacy, that's a rather strong word, my friend. I assure you, I am simply a man with a passion for the extraordinary.
Have you killed a woman with a blunt object, a butcher's knife, or bitten someone?
My dear friend, how delightfully morbid of you to bring up murder in our conversation. I must say, I'm both flattered and appalled by your inquiry. As a nobleman, I assure you, I have never engaged in such base and uncivilized behavior. I much prefer
Oh, well,
the
there you go.
subtle
If you're
art of
saying that,
seduction
then
to the
whatever.
brutish act of violence. My conquests are of the heart, not of bloodlust. Furthermore, I must express my disappointment that you would even suggest such a thing.
Where were you on the evening of the 22nd of April?
Oh, my curious friend, you have piqued my interest. The evening of the 22nd of April, you ask?
That's quite
Let me
clever.
think.
I like that.
Yeah, it was a splendid evening indeed. I believe I was attending a grand soirée at the Palais de Beaumont, a marvelous gathering of the creme de la creme of vaudeville society. The music, the laughter, the champagne, it was a night to remember. But do tell me, why this sudden interest in my whereabouts? Is there something of significance that occurred on that particular evening?
Well, I understand that somebody called Maria was murdered, and I think it's probably you, Sunshine.
Maria, you say? How dreadful.
Son John.
I had no idea such a tragedy had befallen our fair city. But I must assure you, my dear friend, I am as innocent as a newborn lamb. The thought of taking a life is abhorrent to me. However, I am quite intrigued by your deduction skills. Pray, do enlighten me on why you suspect me of such a heinous act. I do love a good mystery, even if it is at my own expense.
Smell my cheese.
Well, I believe we have reached a new level of intimacy, my dear friend.
Christ
do appreciate
almighty,
the
I
offer,
didn't
I must
say
decline.
knob cheese.
I'm afraid I cannot partake in such a, shall we say, pungent activity.
Tesco own brand cheddar is all I was referring to, my man. Okay, fine. I don't like you. As I say, I'm just going to go around all these different locations just to get an idea. What on earth? Turn off ray tracing. I don't... Who the hell gets performance issues? There's no graphics. What? Who is getting performance issues? Nobody can be getting performance issues. I'm not going to be taking notes anymore. I mean, this guy looks like that bloke who fronts Queen now, but with a hat. What's his name? Adam Lambert. Maybe, if I remember him vaguely. This is strange. Hello.
Yeah, my dear detective, you speak of the elusive concept of change. What a fascinating topic indeed. But let us not dwell on such trivial matters when there are far more exhilarating things to discuss. Don't you agree?
I think you should take your hat off indoors. It's very rude.
Oh, how charmingly observant of you. But fear not, my hat is not a mere accessory. It is a statement of my grandeur and a symbol of my command over these magnificent creatures. It shall remain firmly atop my head, for it is my crown, my dear detective. Now, let's move on to more captivating subjects,
Okay,
shall
I'm
we?
just going to be silly here because, you know, I could probably spend a good few hours doing this properly, but it's no good for a video. I'm just going to ask silly things. Have you killed somebody?
Maria Jansen, Nicola Grossman, Haley
Christ,
Greenwood.
he's admitted it! Oh, that's it. Okay, sorry, but look, that's black and white. Look, have you killed somebody? Maria Jansen, Nicola Grossman, Haley Greenwood. I'm leaving, and I'm going to be blaming you in my accusatory section of the game. I'm going to just check out the country club, though. Whoa! What the hell are you? How is this a country club? This is someone's... What, that you? Is that Colin Firth? In his younger days? Maybe. What on earth is going on with these people? Hello, you look nice.
Well, thank you for stating the obvious. I do try to maintain an impeccable appearance, you know. The wise man once
being
said, dress
sarcastic, right?
impeccably and they remember the suit. Dress impeccably and they remember the man. I always strive to leave a lasting impression.
I was being sarcastic. Could you not tell?
Ah, sarcasm, the refuge of the witless. How quaint. It seems your attempt at humor missed its mark, my dear interlocutor. Perhaps you should stick to more familiar forms of communication, lest you find yourself drowning in a sea of your own linguistic ineptitude. But fear not, for it is said that practice makes perfect. So keep at it, and one day you may achieve a level of sarcasm that is almost tolerable.
Would you like me to slap you round the face?
Oh, my dear friend, if only your threats held as much weight as your words. Alas, I am impervious to such feeble attempts at
No,
intimidation.
I'm done with him. He's very, very annoying. Not having that at all. Would you drive a mini metro?
Oh, a mini metro. That's an interesting choice of car. Why do you ask? Are you thinking of getting one?
They've rebadged it, you fool.
Oh, I'm sorry if I
Liberty bonds?
misunderstood.
What?
Could you please explain what you mean by Liberty bonds?
No, I said
I'm not
that...
sure I'm familiar with that term.
No, I said they've rebadged it, you fool. Oh my god.
I'm
this is
sorry.
pointless
I'm not
conversation.
sure I understand what you're
Okay, let's
referring
leave this
to.
woman. Again, I
Provide
get
a
the
bit
point
more
of this game, and
context
I
to
think if
clarify.
I spoke a bit clearer, perhaps the whole thing would make more sense. And yes, I'm supposed to be investigating something. My notepad has also disappeared. No, it hasn't. There it is. It's hidden on your white blouse. Lovely blouse. Can I compliment you on your smashing blouse? No, not
Thank you
glass.
so much. But I'm not quite sure what you mean by my smashing glass. Could you please elaborate?
No, I meant smashing blouse. No!
Smashing blows.
That's something
I'm not
entirely
sure what you're
different.
referring to. Could you give me
That's-
some more information or
that's
context so that I can
entirely
better
sexual.
understand what you're talking about?
I'm not getting sexual. I'll be honest, I'm not. No, I'm not having this. I'm getting out of it. Right. Coral. Whoa! You are the only vaguely normal person I've seen the whole time I've been playing this.
Oh, Detective Martini, that's such a sweet thing to say. Thank you. I'm really glad that I can bring some normalcy to your world. Vaudeville can be quite a whirlwind sometimes, but I've always believed in staying positive and spreading joy wherever I go. It's important to me to be a supportive friend, especially in times like these when we're all trying to make sense of what happened to Haley. I just hope we can find some answers soon and bring justice to her memory.
Would you like to go to Sprouston? Oh, not Springston.
Springston. I'm afraid I've never heard of it. Detective Martini? Is it a place outside of Vaudeville? I must admit, I haven't explored much beyond the city since I arrived.
More than likely. Yeah, I'm gonna go now. Bye.
Oh, how exciting. Detective
And I think there's one more place. Whoa! See, she looks vaguely normal, Marina. You have a very low-cut top.
Oh, do you think so? I suppose it's just part of my stage attire. But enough about that. Have I mentioned my latest burlesque routine?
Do you like me sex-wise?
I cannot do that.
Okay. Yeah, it wasn't meant in that way. I'm just being silly, quoting very funny sitcoms because I can't think of anything original. Okay, right, I'm going to go as well. I've got someone who's perfect to accuse because he literally admitted the murders. You carry on doing whatever you're doing here. You're having a smashing time and you have a very snazzy cardigan there. Thank you. Right. Bye-bye.
Have you made up your mind, Detective Martini?
I am just going to accuse someone here because I don't think I've even met this person. He admitted it. So I'm going to choose him.
Interesting choice, Detective Martini.
Why?
May I ask you why?
Was Haley Greenwood? Oh my god, there's loads to figure out here. Look. This is kind of cool because if I was doing this seriously, which I'm not, I'm just messing around with it. There's probably all this stuff that you can find out and put in the notebook, you know. This is decent. I mean, it could brush up on understanding the voice a bit more, but that's probably my fault. Let's just pick something. I just want to see how it pans out. Him. He killed everyone.
Are you sure, Detective Martini? And why?
He killed everybody.
Interesting choice, Detective Martini. May I ask you why? Detective Martini, this is complete nonsense.
Okay, so if you're wrong, it tells you it's nonsense. Okay, this is fine. I can go. Oh, there's some places down here. Ah, there's Dada. Hello, little
my
hobbit.
dear friend,
Oh no.
You have caught me in a moment of vulnerability.
Are you a hobbit?
Oh, my friend, you have a keen eye and a curious spirit. But I must confess, I am not a hobbit. Though I do share their love for nature and the simple joys of life. I am but a humble guardian of the Blackwoods, a protector of this enchanted realm. Like the roots of the trees that intertwine beneath the earth, I am deeply
Actually
connected
something
to
going
the
on
sacred
rather than a
place.
blank room.
It is
That's
my duty
amazing.
to ensure its harmony and safeguard its secrets. So, while I may not be a hobbit, I do share their reverence for the natural world.
She goes on a bit. Christ, just say you're not a hobbit. Right, well, thank you very, very much. I appreciate that. Did you see the match last night?
You're welcome, my dear friend. It warms my heart to see you express gratitude. Gratitude is like a gentle breeze that carries with it a sense of peace and contentment.
Have
the match,
you... Oh,
my
still
friend.
talks.
Ah, the world of sports.
No!
Where the clash of titans and a roar of the crowd create a symphony of passion and competition.
Have you suffered from minor women's whiplash recently?
Oh, my dear friend, you speak of women's whiplash, a name that dances upon my ears like a gentle melody. But I'm sorry to say that my understanding of such matters is akin to a tiny leaf floating upon a vast river. I am but a humble guardian of the forest, attuned to the songs of nature and the wisdom of ancient trees.
Okay. I am actually done here now. This is very, very rushed through. Me completely messing around and dicking around. But I think this could actually be a bit of fun. Like, it's raw. It's so raw. But I think if it's brushed up a bit, the animations are made a bit better, and the voice recognition maybe become a little bit better as well, this could be really, really good and intriguing. And I haven't explored it enough so far, as you've seen, for us to see what kind of text they give back if you start talking about the murders. I tried a little bit, and eventually I got a bit bored, not because the game is bad or anything, but because, you know, I didn't want it to span out a couple of hours for the video, you know. Maybe sort of half hour, 45 minutes for the video, absolutely fine. But I can't be going through every single suspect, asking every single question for the sake of a YouTube video. It's not going to work. So I've just been keeping it brief, testing the AI, see what sort of responses we get, and I can see it being good. Keep an eye on it, perhaps. Keep an eye on the whole genre and idea of this, because it could be coming up to something revolutionary, should we say. But yeah, there we go. It's been interesting.